Hi everyone, welcome back to Pola Quilting. So you have been on adventure with me when I was making this quilt and how I basted it. And let me just show you which one. It's this one, the string one. And I thought I will show you how I quilted now and then how I'll finish the edge. For this pattern, I've chosen very simple design, something I did for my son's quilt when I was making his jacket, and I really like the design. It's like a double zigzag pattern, and the only thing you need is just either walking foot if you use if you like that one on your machine, or just normal foot, depending what you've got. I'm finding that with this single machine my normal foot works better, so that's what I will use, but obviously you use whatever you have better for your own machine. So I might have some noises in the background because my kids are just behind my window chasing around. It's nice weather today in UK, so I do apologize in advance. So I will put my very old quilting gloves. This is the middle of my quilt, and that's where I will start. And there is no measurement here really. You will go, you will do those zigzags however you want them. The key thing is that once you do it once, you want to go next to it about, I probably say, quarter to half an inch. Again, depends how you want the design to look like. I will go probably the width of my foot. It's just easier to measure. And then you go a second row around it. So let me show you those first few, and then obviously you can have a look and see how it goes. So what is good to have before you start doing any quilting is some filled up spools of the thread you will be using, because then you don't have to kind of stop. Every time when you do whole line from top to bottom of the quilt, check the bobbin, because maybe you would like to swap it. And then if I've got any leftovers of those smaller bobbins, I just use them when I'm doing the piecing. But that will help you not to have any kind of linking in the threads in between. Because that means you have to bury the thread later. You will need to spend some time to tidy up what you're doing. So let's crack on. You do want to put all of the quilt on your lap at the beginning. It's good to have some more space around you, depending on the size of the quilt obviously. You may like to have another table on the side, and just so it doesn't hang and it doesn't pull down as you're quilting. What I will do, I will lengthen my stitch length as well to about 3.5. Again, have a look how it comes out from your own machine. You may like the bigger stitch better than the smaller one. And if you have seen my previous chapter, you know I've pinned that quilt quite a lot. So as I go along now, I will be taking out the pins and put them in the box. I will have my box next to me, and I will just carry on. At this point of time, you check the back, see how it goes after those first few stitches. If you see any problem with the tension, adjust the tension on your machine. Now I will pivot and go other way around. Because I pin a lot, obviously I need to stop a lot to take them out, but actually that helps kind of keep an eye on the what happens with the quilt as well, so to make sure there are no wrinkles, that it's kind of tucked in where I needed to be tucked in. I pull that quilt out here on my lap so it doesn't hang anywhere. So it does slow you down a little bit, but you'll have a better effect. Now I will pivot again. and I'm not taking out the pins if I don't have to. If I don't go over them at this point of time, I won't take them out, just to save some time. And you would normally like to take the pins if you didn't pin very often, because there will be some shifting happening on your quilt. So if you didn't pin a lot like I did, the shift will be a bit bigger, so you might like to take all the pins as you go along. And because it's a quilt made of the string, so you can use the strips as your guide when you're moving from one point to another. If that's what you want to do, it's fine. If you don't want, that's fine too. You may like to try some more wavy lines as well. It's your quilt, your design, and have fun with it. Okay, I will speed up that video now, so you don't have to wait for me to finish in that slow pace. And I will show you after first line is finished how it looks, and then we will do, like I said, the next one just next to it, and then I will move quilt to the left, and I will start another zigzag pattern from top to bottom, and I probably will have it about 4 inches apart, but there's no measurement. It doesn't have to look exactly the same, it doesn't have to have a pivot exactly the same, so it's your quilt, your design, you do whatever you like. Okay, so I finished the first pass. Looks fine at the back, looks fine at the front. Now I will come back to the top of the quilt. And like I said, more or less the width of that foot here from the needle to the left, I will put a second line. And that second line I would like to more or less resemble the first one, but no measurement, just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay, so I finished first two, and it looks really nice. It kind of goes with the quilt because there are all of those angles, sharp angles on the quilt, so we've got sharp angles on the quilting as well. Looks great. So I'm using beige thread because I don't want the thread to show off too much, and beige or greys kind of blends in with a lot of quilts, and those are the colors I normally use. Okay, I will carry on and I will show you at the end with the close-up what that quilting looks like, so you can have a look. And when I finish doing everything from that center to the right, I will just turn the quilt around, and then again I will have a center to the right. So you're working with the half quilt at the time, and you're working with the smaller and smaller bulk under your machine. Okay, so I finished quilting this quilt. This is the back of it, because it's a bit easier to see the pattern here than at the front. So you can see double stitch zigzags. I haven't measured anything, they are not even. You can see this is higher, lower, higher, lower. It's a great pattern to use on any quilt, really. If you don't like all of those movements when you need to change quite a lot and you have a bigger quilt, make it all curved. That will make it a bit easier to maneuver around the machine, because then you don't have to worry about did you pivot in the right place. So that's another option. Let me just show you the other side now. So this is how it looks at the front. Like I said, it's not so visible here, that pattern, but if you look really closely, then you will see the lines, and they're kind of going with that diamond shape here with the strip. So I'm quite happy how it came out. Thank you for watching. Please leave your thumbs up if you liked what you saw, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to my channel to support my work. For further inspiration and examples of my work, you can check my Instagram or Facebook page. Happy creating!